Welcome everyone to another Frankie review, and this time I'm reviewing Sonic CD for the Sega CD, one of my all-time favorite games and my absolute favorite 2D Sonic game. And I'm going to be doing this as a video review, give you some insight and history on this, and a bit of the Sega CD itself. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. It really means a lot. Thank you. The Sega CD was an attachment made by Sega for the Sega Genesis to play certain CD games. And as far as the market goes, it kind of failed considerably. But the thing is, the Sega CD has a cult following. It is loved by a lot of gamers, but it's also hated by a lot. I'm one of the few on probably the fucking earth that actually really loved this thing because it gave us classics. And it also gave us some shit. The Sega CD gave us weird games that use full motion videos such as Time Gal. A weird kind of game like where you had to play as this girl and use certain button commands to avoid certain actions. It was more like a movie more than a game, because you actually had to use prompt button commands instead of actual skills like platforming or certain things like that. The Sega CD was filled with all these games that just used full motion video and actually didn't really compensate for actual gameplay. Another example is Ground Zero Texas, that it used certain like just FMV to exploit gameplay, where all you did was just point at the screen and look at video. And these games had very long load times and could take, well, ages to load. It was annoying, but there are a few that are good, such as Night Trap and others. But that's not the focus right now. The focus is on the great games. And the Sega CD does have a lot. It has great RPGs like Lunar, and different other games like Final Fight CD that made great use of the CD and allowed better games. But the thing is, well, not a lot of people really know about these games, nor do they really care. The only game people seem to acknowledge on the Sega CD is Sonic CD. But that's not really a problem, as it is my personal second favorite Sonic game and just one of the best games of all time. It's fantastic. It's just classic Sonic, just jumping on robots and doing what he does best. It's colorful, it's vibrant, and it brings something new to Sonic. It has CD quality music, it has fantastic gameplay, and it's a classic, and is still played today. It's considered by many to be actually the greatest Sonic game of all time, and no doubt to most people that's the best Sega CD game. In my opinion, and, well, most everyone's opinion too. But the thing is, what the hell makes the game so great? Is it the cartoony graphics? Is it the music or the gameplay? Well, this review is going to help you find out, and I'll tell you why this game is my personal favorite 2D Sonic game, one of the best games of all time, and just my second favorite Sonic game. So hopefully this will tell you. Sonic CD's gameplay might be pretty simple, and so is the plot, but it's still really good. It's about Little Planet, a planet that Eggman seizes control of and has Sonic go explore. The thing is, Sonic arrives there and finds that, well, it looks kind of like Earth. But the thing is, there's this girl named Amy who's just following Sonic around like he's her boyfriend. And the thing is, Amy gets captured in the second zone by someone called Metal Sonic, who Sonic doesn't know about, and is Dr. Eggman's or Robotnik's new creation. So you would think that Metal Sonic is the real the enemy of the game, but I guess you would say it's Eggman. But the thing is, now that Sonic has to go rescue Amy, Metal Sonic has her. So the whole game is going through the different zones and trying to find all the exits and traversing through the maze. There are 7 different zones in the game, ranging from a tropical place called Palm Tree Panic, where it's lush jungles with gray and has fantastic music, and the enemies are all colorful and cheery, to different locations like a mechanical kind of techno place called Collision Chaos, where it's pink all over and it has a different kind of setting that looks a lot different from Palm Tree Panic, as it's the second zone of the game, of course, but also it just looks really different. And also, Little Planet has Tidal Tempest, which is basically the really good version of Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1, and it's even better than Aquatic Room from Sonic 2. It's actually fast-paced, it looks really nice, has amazing music, and it's just really fun to go through, and it's really diverse. After that is not Collision Chaos, but Quartz Quadrant, which is really nice looking with a bunch of crystals and stalagmites all over. It looks really good, and it's really speedy too, and the music of always is fantastic. I'm gonna be getting the music pretty soon, but it looks fantastic and just plays well. After that's Wacky Workbench, which a lot of people don't really seem to like, but all you have to do really is just stay down on the ground level and approach these platforms at a certain angle, and you'll be done. It's pretty easy, and most people just kind of bitch about it just cause. It's not that bad, trust me. After that, you have Stardust Speedway, which has the final battle against Metal Sonic. It's a pretty tricky and confusing level overall. It's not that bad, but it can get to you sometimes. But don't let it, because it's not that bad. And like I said, it's all worth it to go do that final showdown with Metal Sonic, because that's the highlight. So after that, you can save Amy and head on to the final level, which is Metallic Madness Zone. And this is the easiest final boss, final world, probably in every 2D Sonic. It's all using the Scrap Brain, all using the Death Egg, Metropolis. It's easy. But during the game, Sonic finds these robot generators that allow him to capture the time stones in the game. Or what you could do is classic Sonic style, where you jump to a giant gold ring and get the 50 rings to do so. Now you're probably asking, what the fuck are time stones? Time stones are this game's Chaos Emeralds, where you use it after the special stages and get the good ending of the game. So if you really want the good ending, you're gonna have to beat it, but also have the time stones to get the good ending. In doing so, actually changes the game's style with the levels. They become more cheery and less mechanical, like in Act 3. So you'll see a lot more color and vibrant and life put into it. It's really cool, actually, and it does entice you to get the good ending. So you have to be good in order to do it. Or you could just play through it normally and not do anything, if you really want. It doesn't matter. A lot of people of the modern time have been kind of criticizing Sonic CD for not having a proper physics engine. But the thing is, well, I never really noticed it. In the 2011 release, a lot of people are saying that the physics engine is drastically improved to allow better control and better enemy precision. But the thing is, I never really noticed it. I couldn't really tell the difference. I'm not a fucking Sonic physics guy. I mean, do physics really matter? Really? And to be honest, I honestly don't give a fuck. Because it's just Sonic, and we just do what he wants. But overall, Sonic CD is a fantastic game, and it's one worth getting, whether you get on the Sega CD or the PSN or 360. But there's also a music debate. There's two different soundtracks to Sonic CD, the US and the Japanese soundtrack. And to be honest, the Japanese soundtrack, in my opinion, is vastly superior. The Japanese soundtrack is beautiful, and my absolute favorite game soundtrack of all time. It has perfect sound, it's amazing, it's well orchestrated, and it's just beautiful. It's the best Sonic soundtrack ever. It's absolutely fantastic. And I recommend you listen to that. Try out both if you want, but hopefully you like the Japanese version better. But Sonic CD, it's a fantastic game that really stands out with its great music, great gameplay, and even has really nifty, cool cutscenes that look better than the modern version, but hey, you can't complain. But overall, it's a fantastic game and one worth your money. I really recommend picking it up, because this is a fantastic game. It brought a lot of changes to the franchise, such as Amy and Metal Sonic, and just has the gameplay from Sonic 1 expanded on a bit with Sonic 2 with the Spin Dash. It's really great, and it's absolutely fantastic for beginners of Sonic or just anyone looking for a good game. So with that, I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.